You're not reading Bhagavad in front of you. You're doing Shravanam only. Parikshit Maharaj was the son, the grandson of Arjuna. The famous Arjuna of Mahabharata. All of you know Arjuna. Well, Arjuna had a son. His name was Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu was Arjuna's son. And Abhimanyu's wife was Uttara. So when the Mahabharata war was going on, Uttara was pregnant with this Parikshit Maharaj. That war was going on. And Ashwathama released a Brahma Astra. During that war, Ashwathama thought, oh, look at this, huh? There's Arjuna, his son Abhimanyu, Arjuna, Abhimanyu, and then Abhimanyu's son is Parikshit Maharaj. So, the Kauravas cornered this Abhimanyu unfairly. They use unfair means in the Mahabharata war. Many of you would have heard the story. They use unfair means in the Mahabharata war and they killed this Abhimanyu. Kauravas. And then they found out that Abhimanyu's son is already in the womb of his mother Uttara. So Ashwathama, who is Dronacharya's son, Ashwathama, he thought, oh, this little boy will be born soon. We killed the father already, but this little boy will be born soon, and so he will be the new king of this kingdom. So we'll finish him also. So the most powerful weapon now to finish that lineage, the most powerful weapon, Ashwathama released that Brahmastra. And that thing started coming to this Uttara to kill that baby in the womb itself. And Uttara started screaming. And she called out to Bhagavan Shri Krishna. And I told in the morning that Bhagavan Shri Krishna takes so many various types of avatar, you know. He has taken Bhagavad, the Lord has taken Bhagavad avatar. He has taken Vastra avatar. He has taken so many countless types of avatar, like that. Bhagavan Shri Krishna went into the womb of Uttara and formed a protective shield for that baby. And that Brahma Astra, Brahmaji, came. The same Brahma Astra that Hanumanji succumbed to in Sundarkand. When that Brahma Astra came and realized it was Bhagavan Shri Krishna, Brahma Astra turned back. Krishna himself has taken the form of the shield. He took avatar of a shield to save this. In fact, because of this story in Bhagavatam, it is said that Parikshit Maharaj and Bhagavan Shri Krishna, they are brothers. Because Bhagavan Shri Krishna was in that womb. So they became brothers. They came out from the same womb. Like that. So this Parikshit Maharaj was a great king who conquered, because he was descendant of the Pandavas. He had conquered so many territories and he was a very righteous king also. And the Pandavas left, they all went to Swarga. The long story in Mahabharata and all, even in this Bhagavad Puran. Pandavas left one by one and they all went. And now it was Parikshit Maharaj, you know, who was alone left there. And when they left, it was the end of the Dwapar Yuga, and now the Kali Yuga had come in. So Kali Yuga came there in the form of, in a human form, Kali Yuga. You know we have 4 yugas, right? Satyug, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga and Kali Yuga. And our saints and sages say, you know what is the difference between these yugas? In these yugas they say that all the evil forces, you know, they used to have big, long names and they used to live outside. Like if you see in the Satyug, the first yuga, the Rakshasa, the evil forces, the evil force in the first yuga, his name was Hiranyakashipu. You heard? See, He, Ran, Ya, Ka, Shi, Pu. What a long name. 6 syllables are there. And then you leave that Treta Yuga, Satyug, and you come to Treta Yuga. In that Treta Yuga, now the evil force is Ravan. Ra-va-na. 3 syllables. Then you leave that Treta Yuga and you come to Dwapar Yuga, 1 yuga later. And what is that evil force? Kansa. 2 syllables. Kansa or Kamsa, if you want to say. Only 2 syllables. And they say now, in our Kali Yuga, in this Yuga, the evil force only has 1 name, 1 syllable. What? Me. 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 1 syllable only. Now in the Kali Yuga, everybody only know me. Me. Or I. That is why Tulsidas says, Me rumor torte Maya. This me and mine. 1 syllable. Me. So, this Kali Yuga took human form and came there before this great Raja Parikshit Maharaj. And this is a very, very interesting portion of our Sanatana Dharma. And Sanatana Dharma, with its broad view and broad understanding, is demonstrated in this Katha. Kali Yuga, coming in human form, came and set up shop in Parikshit Maharaj's kingdom. The evil force came and set up shop in Parikshit's kingdom. And Parikshit said, no, what is this? We cannot, just come here. Where is your visa and passport, You just came here and, what is that? You are infiltrator. Infiltrator. No, they have some other name for them nowadays. Invaders. Yeah, invaders. So they had a big fight. Kali Yuga and Parikshit Maharaj had a big fight. And Parikshit Maharaj was able to overpower, subdue that Kali Yuga. Kali, his name is Kali. Like Hari, ending in E. For the Sanskrit student. Kali. So, finally Kali surrendered and he told a very nice sermon. What is that sermon? Well, the universe cannot exist without evil force. You must have positive force and negative force. The world cannot exist with just one. Like every atom must have, the hydrogen atom has 1 electron and 1 proton. It must have the 2. Now this is Kali's argument, and this is true. This is Kali's argument. In other words, you as the king now, you also have to find a place for me to live. Now it's your duty. Actually, it's a very wonderful story. This is actually invoking all the principles and teachings of physics also. Now scientists are talking about, they have found so much of matter, they are also talking about antimatter. So there is matter and antimatter, much of which they have not discovered yet. But the 2 things are there. Energy and dark energy, they call. Different things like that. So the pairs are there. And the universe cannot exist without them. So now, Kali told to Parikshit Maharaj, well, you have to give me a place to stay. So, Parikshit Maharaj said, okay, I will give you 4 places to stay. Now, here it is. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna,
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 Jai Shri Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna.
Abhyarthita tasmai.
Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna.
Abhyarthita tasmai.
Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna.
Sthanani kalaye dadau.
Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna.
Yutam panam striya suna.
Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna.
Yatra dharmaschaturvidha.
Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna.
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 Krishna Kanaya Lal ki Jai. Abhyartitas tada tasme sthanani kalaye dadau. Parikshit Maharaj now gave 4 places for this Kali Yuga, for the evil force to live. Kali Yuga represents the evil force. Kali. Where? Dyutam panam stayam suna. It means evil lives in, Dyuta means gambling. Gambling. This is very interesting. I will come back. The next one is panam. Panam means alcohol. Striya here means lost. Of all people in the world, whichever gender. Terrible thing in the world. Then suna. Here suna means cruelty, violence, like that. This is where all the evil, slaughter and cruelty and violence and all that, where all the evil lives. And these things are rampant in human society. Like there was a number, I forget the number. And we are so good at slaughtering. Yeah. Kill human beings. Kill like anything. For eating. Yatra adharmaha chaturvidha. These 4 places. Then, finally now, Kali begged. No. You only gave me 4 places to live. And this is such a big world. Give me one more at least. 5 places. Because everybody has 5 senses and all, At least one more place. Only 4 of my senses might be satisfied. And Parikshit, okay, live in gold. Live in gold. So gold is the next place where there is evil Kali Yuga. Kali lives. And you know what happened? Immediately, Kali disappeared from in front of Parikshit Maharaj and went and sat on his crown because his crown was made of gold. So the symbolism is a very powerful thing, that the Kali has taken over the head of the king also. He's sitting on the crown. The symbolism, he's sitting in the highest position on the king's head. King represents means rulers and all that kind of thing. So Kali is sitting on the crown of the king. And this is why you have to, like for example, where you see a righteous king like Dasharathji Maharaj in today's Kali Yuga, where we'll see? Very difficult thing, isn't it? The righteousness of the great kings that we read about. We can't see. Because the Bhagavad is explaining that the Kali has taken over the head itself. But anyway, this is the story of this Parikshit Maharaj who gave refuge to Kali, and then Kali came and sat on his own head. And therefore, the Doha now has relevance. What is that? Which one we sang? Dari Nagarishi Kanthame Nripane Kino Paap O Nahar Ho Kar Huto Shringi Dino Sa Dari Nagarishi Kanthame Nripane Kino Paap O Nahar Ho Kar Huto Shringi Dino Shap Mukunda Shringi Dino Shap Mukunda Shringi Dino Shap. Parikshit Maharaj went hunting one day and came to the ashram of Shamika Rishi. He was lost and he didn't catch anything. All day he didn't catch anything, hunting. And let me tell you one more thing. Any story about hunting in Shastra results in catastrophe. You see any story in hunting in Shastra, and you better, in the movies and all, when the drama start, and everybody shaking, something real bad going to happen now, and the music start playing heavy and all. Well, anytime you see hunting in Shastras, well, you better be prepared, because it is going to come. And people who hunt, they are proud of hunting. They are proud in their hunting and all. So, Parikshit Maharaj went there hunting, and then thirsty and hungry and exhausted and all of that, he comes to the ashram of Shamika Rishi. And the Rishi is sitting lost in dhyan, the deepest part of the personality that one can go, Turiya Avastha. Rishi is lost in that state. And he sits there in samadhi, as we say. And the king comes, Parikshit Maharaj, and tells, I am so hungry and I am so thirsty, and I want something. I want some water at least, something to eat. And there's no response from the Rishi. And the king thinks that the Rishi is faking this samadhi, and he just doesn't want to serve the king. And the king gets really angry. Now see, the fact of the matter is, the Rishi is in deep samadhi. He doesn't know what is going on in the outer world. And so, this is the machinations of Kali, which is sitting in the head of the Jiva. The Kali, which is sitting in the head of the Jiva, is like this. There is absolutely no fault on the Rishi's part. There is no defect on the Rishi's part. The Rishi is in samadhi. So a person in samadhi cannot respond. But in his own head now, Parikshit Maharaj concocts a story, a narrative. This Rishi is pretending to be in samadhi, and he knows that I am here, and he doesn't want to show me any hospitality. So he makes up the story in the narrative in his head, and at the same time, after making up the story now, he makes a response. And this is the most prominent effect of this thing called as Kali Yuga. And all people who are studying psychology and even our Shastras and all, they tell, really 95% of our problems, 95% of the problems in life, we make it up ourselves. Everything outside is as it is. But I see it, and then now I make up a narrative, I make up an issue, I make up a problem, and after I make it up now I go and I do make some response. And you'll see, anytime the response is based on a fake narrative, the response is going to lead to disaster. So now, he makes up a fake narrative in his mind, and because of that, now he gets angry, thinking that the rishi is feigning this state of samadhi. And there was a dead snake there. He takes up the dead snake with the end of his bow like this, and he puts it on the rishi's neck. Now see the response. So first he comes up with a fake narrative, a fake issue, makes up the issue. And then the response to a fake narrative is, of course, going to be calamitous. So he puts the snake on the rishi's neck. And he leaves. Somehow he reaches back his capital, Hastinapur. The rishi's son, who is also a rishi, his name was Shringi Rishi. There are two Shringi Rishis. There's one Shringi Rishi in Ramayana, one yug before in Treta Yuga. This is Dwapar Yuga. And this is Kali Yuga actually, beginning of Kali Yuga. One Shringi Rishi was there, who was the son-in-law of Dasharathji Maharaj, who did that Putra Kameshti Yajna and all that. It's a different Shringi Rishi. So now this Shringi Rishi, who was the son of this Shamika Rishi, he came and saw the father with a snake around his neck. And he thought, oh, what a unsightly thing. What is my father doing with his dead snake around his neck? And Shringi Rishi closed his eyes, young boy. And closing his eyes, he could see very clearly, it is this Parikshit Maharaj who put this snake on his father's neck, like that. And there and then, he gave this shrap to Parikshit Maharaj. In 7 days, the great Takshaka, the great snake Takshaka, will come there and bite that Parikshit and kill him. In 7 days. And it is this news reached Parikshit Maharaj's ear by some informant. And immediately he rushed to Shamika Rishi's ashram to apologize and do that. But shrap given and word coming out from the mouth, that really cannot be. When an arrow has left the bow, you cannot say, well, oh my dear arrow, you please come back. So the arrow will ask you, you are Bhagavan Sri Ram or what? Because Bhagavan Sri Ram's arrow goes there and does and then comes back. But the shrap was already given, and Parikshit Maharaj now accepted. Some shrap came here from here. Okay, something happened there. Right. And he goes now in search of Shukadev, because his Raj Purohit and various people there in the palace. Now this is your only course of action. Now, you see, this is a very interesting thing. So we say, was the shrap a good thing or was the shrap a bad thing? And had Parikshit Maharaj not been given a shrap, would he have ever sought mukti? Look at this thing. So that message seemed to be saying, well, if we don't get shrap, we will not seek mukti. Well, nobody seeks mukti. Nobody in the world. He was going happily hunting. What mukti? Hunting he was. In other words, the Shastra is telling them, there is a very sharp message there. That see how the jiva lives, and until something really calamitous happens to this jiva, he never turns to Paramatma. Something really strong has to happen. Then he turns very strongly. Otherwise, he's just going about his business hunting. Trying to get this, trying to get that. Hunting means that's what people do. You just go try to get this, try to get that in the world. Looking for this, looking for that. Half of the time come back with, you say, how he came back? He came back with nothing, he didn't catch anything. Not only that, he got mistreated or disrespected the rishi. So how many things he did along the way? And of course, finally, he got a good shrap. As I said, good shrap. Because now he goes in search of Shukadev Ji Maharaj and tells him his plight. Like that. But anyway, in this portion of the Katha, we wanted to see the important things in the story. And that is, one is the 5 places now where this Kali Yuga lives. And so, nobody's going to give me shrap. We are not going to get shrap. Like Parikshit Maharaj. And then even if we get a shrap, let us say, if we get a shrap, where we will find Shukadev? So what we have to do is, by ourselves now, we have to develop this thing called as devotion, and this devotion will lead to viveka, jnana and vairagya. And what we can do is, while we are developing our devotion, we can at the same time develop this thing called as vairagya, dispassion, detachment, because we are not going to get any shrap and we are not going to meet any Shukadev. So we'll have to develop these things all by ourselves. So we have to look at all of them and see where. Now gambling. The first place where Kali Yuga lives is in gambling. Gambling actually is like this, I tell you. Gambling is equated with falsity. Falsity means what? You just think, let us say there's a casino open over there, right? Casino opens there. So we start going there to gamble. Do you think that business will run if they are losing money? Gambling business will run if that casino is losing money? No. In fact, casinos run better than every other place. Why? Because they make the most money. So there is a false, that's why I'm telling you it is related to falsity. There is a false belief in a gambler's mind. False belief, that he will win and he will become rich. And that obviously never happens, because the casino gets richer and richer. Now, some people say, no, but Swamiji, I know such and such man. He won a big amount of money. Right? He won a big amount of money. You are looking at the 5 million people who lost, and you are looking at one man who won. So what is that? That one little glimmer of that man who won, you're looking at that and you are forgetting the darkness of 5 million people who lost. It means to say, you have a totally false outlook on reality. A reality is supposed to be balanced now. So you're looking at the one person who won, and somehow he's thinking also now that he's going to be the one who will win. This is an amazing thing. So gambling is really connected to false, estimation of the universe in which we live. False estimation. wrong estimation of the universe in which we live. It's not going to happen, but he has some thought in his mind, it's going to happen like that, I will be the one to win. And with that thought now, the casino keeps growing. So now anywhere where I have a false estimation of the world, and based on that, I go on doing actions, that is Kali Yuga at play. Because Kali Yuga is in that. Kali Yuga is right there, playing with the human mind, gambling. Then the next one is lust. Lust. What a big industry it has. Big industry in the world. This thing called as lust. On and on and on and on. The human being, oh. So there is no chance of him, of the human being, caught in this lust. There is no chance of that person ever coming out and gaining mukti. And the 5 places that Parikshit Maharaj gave to this Kali, all of them, in 1 week, all of them vanished. In that Kali vanished in one week. Parikshit Maharaj could not care about any. If you are going to a Rishi's ashram to study Gyan, you're going to get Bhagavad from there, where you go to crown or what? You take out the crown first. First we take out the crown and put it aside. The gold and all the valuables. So what before he was valuing the valuables. Now he has no value for the valuables. Now he's valuing something else. So gave up now. Then alcohol. And all the different type of drinks. I don't know what they have. All various types of drinks like that. And they keep coming up with all kind of new ones, you know. Like for example, next to me on the flight yesterday, a few days ago, the lady came. I just hear real nice things on the plane. The house and come. Meet a house and come. In Gayani, that means I ate at home and came. So anyway, now, these fellas, 2 of them next to me. I am in the aisle here, and you have 2 of them on this side. The lady came and, you want something to drink, sir? Yeah. Give me some pani, no ice. Means water, no ice. So I took. Then these 2 fellas, the kind of name for the drinks that they ordered, I also don't know those names. The lady went and mixed something and brought for them. Because they have what you call a drink menu. So she had to mix. So, and people love all this. Or physical violence or any type of. So this is all Kali Yuga at work. And see how much violence is going on. In 1945, the human civilization, we formed United Nations to stop wars. In 1945. From 1945 until now, we have had more wars than we had 700 years before 1945. 700 years we did not have so many wars as we have had from 1945 till now. This is the violence of human species. Violence like Kali Yuga. And then of course, the gold sitting on his head in the crown itself. and took him over. So, the Doha says, Dari Nag Rishi Kantame. He put that. And then what? Nripane Kinho Pap. The Rishi, the king, did a terrible pap by doing that thing to the Rishi. And then what? Hona har ho kar to means now he really cast his destiny. And every moment we are casting our destiny. One fellow, his wife explained to him very nicely. Go in the market and buy aloo. Aloo means potato. Go in the market and buy aloo. So, because the wife knows that when men go to shop, they just go and pick up anything and buy it. And when women go to shop, there's a different type of shopping. So he went there, and following very religiously what the wife told, he put in all the bad aloo this side, and putting all the nice aloo this side, and putting in his bag. So there was another man who came here, and when this fellow is putting all the bad aloo there, that other fellow picking up all the bad aloo. So that other fellow is thinking, well, this man is a very nice man, he's helping me. He's putting aloo for me. And he picking up all the bad aloo and he putting in his bag. Obviously his wife did not tell him what to choose and all. So he picked up all the bad aloo and gone. And this fellow picked up all the good aloo. Now he went home and showed his wife, look, see, I bought nice aloo. Check it. The wife said, yes, good. You're good for something at least. Look. You get nice aloo and all. Next day, he and the wife, they went to the park. And in the middle of the day, they thought, in India, in hot weather also people drink chai. That is also some means to cooling down. Anyway, so they went to the park and there was one man selling chai there. So they ordered chai. And when they started drinking, the wife saw, oh hey, this chai wala, he also has samosa, look. Buy some samosa also. So chai and samosa, they go, there's a nice combination, Even in garam masala here, you can get chai and samosa. Nice combination is there. So the wife told him, go, get some samosa also. So he goes there to get the samosa. Then he realized, the chai wala, and the one who is selling the samosa and chai, that was the same fella who was taking up all the bad aloo yesterday. So he take all the rotten aloo and he put it in the samosa. And the same aloo that this fella avoided yesterday, now he had to eat the same samosa, the same aloo here in this samosa now. The idea is called honahar. Means to say, we actually cast our destiny every single day. And in Trinidad we say, what miss you did not pass you, Whatever we are trying to avoid and whatever this thing. And so this Parikshit Maharaj, putting the snake on the Rishi's neck now, he cast his destiny. And the Bhagavatam is very nice. Bhagavatam is telling that he cast his destiny. But you see, the destiny is such, it need not be bad, it can also be good. We can cast a good destiny or a bad destiny. So in his action, and this is the wonderful thing about the sansar. The wonderful thing about the sansar is, nothing in this world is absolutely bad also. If we look good in whatever we consider to be a bad thing, if we look well inside that bad thing, we'll also find some good thing. So now he cast his destiny there, he got the sharp. In the language, sometimes you see shrap, sometimes you see sharp. Same word, eh? Both words you will see. Same word, it means. And so it is like this now, he ended up going to he had heard about Shukadev Maharaj, And he thought, okay, I will go and look for this sage and I will ask him. And he goes there in search. Now this is how Sutji is relating to all the people in Naimisharanya there, Shaunaka and all the 88,000 rishis who were gathered. I don't know if they had any sound system. Because how you will speak to 88,000 people, you know? Unless he's like Dakshinamurti, Maunam Vyakhya Prakatita Para Brahma Tattva Jnana Yuvanam. Means he's telling the Tattva Jnana by silence. Anyway, Sutji has related all of this story, and therefore you'll see 1 minute, Suta Uvacha. If you read Bhagavad, you'll get confused. Suta Uvacha, in the middle of it, Narad Uvacha, then Shuka Uvacha, then Vyasa Uvacha. Everybody Uvacha. You don't know who is talking what. So Sutji is telling, well, this thing happened like this. So he's telling, at this point Narad said this, at this point Shukadev said this, at that point, Shaunaka said that, or whoever like that. Or what you call, Parikshit said this, and like, okay. All right. Now, now I'm just going to tell you in the evening time. I'm not going to go on very long again. In the evening time, there are few, not few things. There's a very good attraction that we have for everybody. In Guyana, we have set up a nice little small ashram in a place called Manripo. And in that Manripo ashram, we quite often have something called 7 kori. And in Guyana, they use a lotus leaf, it is called a purain leaf. In Trinidad, we use sohari. We don't have any Sir David and Sir Henry. We have sohari. We have sohari. One leaf is there, sohari, but there they have a leaf called purain leaf. Purain is a word that comes in Ramcharitmanas also. Purain means a lotus root like that. So from that comes up this leaf, and they use that leaf for eating. Very popular. So many times I've seen in many pictures and videos the president of Guyana also eating in that. It's so popular. So anyway, today we have brought purain leaf all the way from Mayaro. But it is in evening time for dinner. So those of you who have not tried it before, I know many of you have not tried it, and it will be there. It just came not too long ago. So please come back in the evening, if not for Bhagavad, at least for the purain leaf. And you'll have some nice dinner. All right. Okay. I also wanted, for many, many years, we have been singing the Bhagavad Arti, and now we introduce another Arti here today. So we have an Arti which is different in the beginning, and an Arti, another one in the end, 2 different Artis. So I also wanted to start by telling the meanings of the Arti, because the older generation who is here will be knowing the meaning, but all the younger people, like those who are sitting on the floor here and all, they will not be knowing the meaning. So I will tell in the daytime lectures like this, I will tell the meaning of the Arti also. So today I started by telling one line of the very famous Arti, Jai Bhagavata Bhagavan ki hai Arti. Papiyon ko paap tarti. Papiyon ko paap se tarti. So that second line means, I will tell one line as we go along every day. So in that first line, Bhagavat is equated with Bhagwan. Jai Bhagavata Bhagavan ki hai Arati. So that Arati of that Bhagavat, which is Bhagwan only. Papiyon ko paap se hai tarti. And this Bhagavat, which is Bhagwan, is meant for taking the papi, means you and I, the one, because if we had not done papi, we would not be here. We would have gained mukti long ago. So this Bhagavat is meant for taking the papi across the ocean of samsara. Bhagavat, that is its purpose. Because Parikshit Maharaj had done pap, very clearly seen in the story. Parikshit Maharaj done pap. And so he went there quickly to Shukadev Maharaj, please tell me this one thing, by which I can get mukti in 7 days. Because Takshaka is coming in 7 days. Snake is coming to bite me in 7 days. So the purpose of Bhagavat is nothing else therefore. Bhagavat which we know. So papiyon ko paap se hai tarati, is that which crosses the papi across all of this pap of samsaric existence which we are all living in. That is the second line. Alright, so that is the purpose of Bhagavatam. That is given there. Alright, so I will stop there now and I'll keep telling on one line as we go for all the Aritya. In fact, it might be too much. I have to tell more than one line. Because there is Sumiran also. Oh, let me pull it up and tell more lines. Amara Grantha, see where it is. Ye Amara Grantha, ye Mukti Pantha. It is an eternal Grantha. Because Bhagavan is eternal. If Bhagavan is eternal, then Bhagavan's incarnation also has to be eternal. Amara Granth. Mukti Panth. It means it's the marga, the path to mukti. The Bhagavat is the, well, yeah, that we just said just now. Nava Jyoti Jagane Wala. And it kindles a new light, a guiding light in our life. So while I was going, last night I had satsang in some place, and that uncle of mine, he was telling that he never went to temple and all of this kind of thing, you know. He's an uncle of mine. He was telling, I never go to temple and all that kind of thing. But since my nephew came back and he's a Swami, I started going temple. So that like some new light has come in his life. So, Nava Jyoti Jagane Wala, this Bhagavat kindles a new light to show us the direction. To what? Only one goal. Please remember this. There is only one goal in Sanatana Dharma. There is only one goal in Shastra. Shastras are not meant for becoming rich and educated and any one of these things. These things, they come by hard work. If I want to get educated, go and study well. If I want to get rich, work hard. If I want to remain healthy, eat healthy. Shastra is not meant for those things. Shastra is meant only for one thing, for mukti. So this Bhagavat is, it kindles a new light for us to walk this path of mukti only. Alright, okay, we'll see more of them tomorrow. Right, so we'll have the concluding. Pandit, okay. Suddenly I see it disappear. While we'll have bhajan. Here now, this group, we'll have one bhajan.
Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Shri Krishna
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम्
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम्
रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्
रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम्
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम्
रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्
रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्
कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं
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 तुम मीरा की जैसे भुलाते 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 नहीं
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम्
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम्
रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्
रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्
कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं
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 तेरा शबरी की जैसे खिलाते 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 नहीं
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम्
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम्
रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्
रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्
कौन कहते हैं भगवान सोते नहीं
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 माँ यशोदा की जैसे सुलाते 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 नहीं
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम्
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम्
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम्
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम्
रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्
रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्
कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं
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 गोपियों की तरह तुम नचाते 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 नहीं
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम्
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम्
रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्
रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्
रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्
रामनारायणं
जानकीवल्लभम्
कृष्ण कन्हैयालाल की जय। आरती के लिए सब खड़े हो जाइए। evening. Not dawn. In the evening time. That Purnahuti should do. जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती।
जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती।
जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती।
जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती।
अमर ग्रंथ ये मुक्ति पंथ ये पंचम वेद निराला, नव ज्योति जगाने वाला।
ये अमर ग्रंथ ये मुक्ति पंथ ये पंचम वेद निराला, नव ज्योति जगाने वाला।
हरि गान यही वरदान यही,
हरि गान यही, हरि गान यही।
जग के मंगल की आरती,
पापियों को पाप से है तारती। जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती।
जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती।
जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती।
ये शांति गीत पावन पुनीत, पापों को मिटाने वाला, हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला।
ये शांति गीत पावन पुनीत, पापों को मिटाने वाला, हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला।
ये सुख करनी
ये दुख हरनी, ये सुख करनी, ये दुख हरनी।
ये मधुसूदन की आरती,
पापियों को पाप से है तारती। जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती।
ये मधुर बोल जग पंद खोल, सन मार्ग दिखाने वाला, बिगड़ी को बनाने वाला।
ये मधुर बोल जग फंद कोल, सन मार्ग दिखाने वाला, बिगड़ी को बनाने वाला।
श्री राम यही घनश्याम यही,
श्री राम यही घनश्याम यही।
प्रभु के महिमा की आरती,
पापियों को पाप से है तारती। जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती।
जय जय भागवत भगवान की आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती।
जय भागवत
Mangalam Garuda Dhwaja Mangalam Pundarikaksham Mangalayatano Hari
Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Garuda-dhwaja Mangalam Pundarikaksham Mangalayatano Hari Mangalayatano Hari Mangalayatano
Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhushcha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai Shri Satya Sanatan Dharma ki Jai Namah Parvati Pate Har Har Mahadev Hari Om Tat. Again, when Aarti is going on, everybody is welcome to come and do Aarti at the end. There will be extra thalis here for Aarti, so anybody who wants to come and do, you're most welcome. In Trinidad, those type of things are not there. But if it were in Canada or the US, everybody will come to do. It is an opportunity to do Aarti, rather than just watch Aarti, to do Aarti. All right. A special thank you to all the people who are there in sound, to Bhakti Tv, who is doing this casting of this program, to everybody everywhere, to all the cooks in the kitchen. There will be also now some refreshments, and then tonight there will be dinner. There are groups who are coming to cook from everywhere, to our Master Purohit, Shri Ravi Bharati ji, who is doing this puja here religiously, and to all those who are helping out. You know, great seva. Okay. See, only Bhagavan knows seva and karma phala. So the Lord is pleased with seva like that. That's why he's so pleased with Hanumanji, because he's all the time doing seva. And Hanumanji, you don't have to ask also. When they brought Dr. Sushen, and Dr. Sushen said, well, somebody will have to go and get Sanjeevani Bhuti. Somebody will have to go to the mountain and get Sanjeevani Bhuti. Hanumanji responded without being asked also. Only thing he asked, not whether I should go or not, tell me what it looks like. Tell me what that Sanjeevani Bhuti looks like. And because he had not seen it, when he went there, he could not recognize it also. But he is so ready to do seva. And there are so many people here who are doing seva like that, without being asked. It's a real nice seva. Okay, we'll see then at 7 p.m. And there's always space for people who want to sit for puja also. Please don't forget.